Hello everybody, this is Lara from Pure Elliott Wave with your Monday to Friday update for Bitcoin, Ethereum and XRP. For Bitcoin, I'm noticing a potential little flag pattern unfolding. Flags and pennants are reliable continuation patterns, but you've got to be pretty patient while you think they might be unfolding. If this does continue as expected, and it does is contained within resistance and support within sloping trend lines that are about parallel, then I'll expect it's a flag pattern and I'll expect a downward breakout because the angle of entry was down, so the angle of exit should also be down. A target for the flag taken from the flagpole would be 34,530. If the flag evolves and the support line changes, that target may change. I think the target's probably a bit low though. I expect if price gets down that low, really strong support at 35,000, but first it's got to break below 41,100 and very, very strong support at 38,500. I expect actually that we might see a little pullback for Bitcoin before the next move up and away, and I expect it's probably going to find support at 38,500, and this target is too low. There's now quadruple bearish divergence between price and RSI and price and money flow, and it's been followed by this strong bearish candlestick for the 12th of January, which has pushed from volume. So either some sideways movement for a couple of weeks or so, or a sharp pullback to relieve those extreme conditions is a reasonable expectation in that context. Get some free giveaways today to help you with your technical analysis. Click on the link below to go to my website and you can download one or more of these 3 giveaways. I have an ebook on technical analysis basics for you. These are the contents of the ebook, several chapters on some basics, some indicators, some techniques, looking at gaps, looking at scale for your charts, and I've even got 2 steps to a high probability trade setup there for you. Another free giveaway is this easy candlestick pattern guide to the major candlestick reversal patterns, bullish and bearish, diagrams, descriptions of how they should be read and in what context. And a third giveaway, I have this Elliott Wave structure guide, 3 pages giving you all of the Elliott Wave structures with all of the rules you need to know and diagrams of the ideal form for each. Motive structures on 1 page and all of the corrective structures on 2 pages. So click on the link below and get any one or all of these 3 giveaways for free. Yesterday's upward session for Bitcoin did have a push from volume, but it remains below average. So overall, I'll say the volume profile for Bitcoin remains more bullish than bearish. And back here on the 10th, 11th and 12th of January, this is the strongest volume we've seen from Bitcoin for many, many months. And so it's great to see volatility and volume returning to the market. And this is a normal to be expected within a bullish run. Not so normal to be expected within a bear market rally. I still expect this is the early stages of a strong bullish run for Bitcoin. I am expecting new all-time highs in the first half of this year, maybe even the next 2, 3 or 4 months. And I expect the bullish run, the next bullish run, may reach its peak with a blow-off top toward the end of this year or early next year. That's my expectation for Bitcoin. I do have a full Elliott Wave count, but it's by subscription only. You can get that if you want it. It's on my website. There are links in the description box below. ADX is declining. There's no clear trend at this time frame. Here's that divergence between price and RSI and price and money flow. The last signal from on-balance volume was bearish with a break below the purple support line. That could be resolved now with further downward movement and sideways movement. My Elliott Wave count for Ethereum, I'm slightly changing it today. I'm going to see a first wave complete over here, finding resistance at the upper edge of this base channel, and a second wave correction possibly to move a little bit lower. I don't think it's going to be low enough to reach the log function of the 0.618 ratio at 2311.98. It might find support at the lower edge of this little channel I've drawn around this little zigzag, and I'm labeling it subnuet 2. Subnuet 2 may not move beyond the start of 1 below 2092.33. At the daily time frame for Ethereum, there's also double bearish divergence between price and RSI. I will expect support to hold for Ethereum is extremely likely to hold at 2,400. That's another reason why for my Elliott Wave count, I'm not expecting the second wave correction to get as low as the log function of the 0.618 Fibonacci ratio, because this really strong support at 2,400 may prevent it from getting there. This was really strong resistance, multiple tests, breakthrough, a back test of support would be pretty normal behavior before we expect to see price move up and away. My target in pink here from an ascending triangle comes from the weekly chart. I've calculated the target from that triangle at 3347. May take a little while to get there. The last completed upward session for Ethereum has a little bit of a push from volume, but overall volume remains pretty light. The strongest volume for Ethereum very clearly is the 9th of January on an upward session. Really strong push from volume, strongest volume in many months. This is extremely bullish for Ethereum and supports the Elliott Wave count. ADX is increasing, telling us the trend is up, and in a very early stage, this is an extremely bullish look for Ethereum and strongly supports the Elliott Wave count. Even though there's this multiple bearish divergence, we might not see a deeper pullback. It may be resolved by a shallow pullback for my little second wave correction before the bullish run resumes for Ethereum. My Elliott Wave count for XRP remains the same, and I leave the invalidation point down here. It's possible minor 2 could continue lower, and if it does, it can't move beyond the start of 1, below 0.4456, although I don't expect price to get anywhere near that point. For XRP, I expect a third wave up within minute wave 1, within minor 3, within intermediate 3, within primary 3, within cycle 3. This is an extremely bullish wave count for XRP. Price doesn't move in a straight line though. There are often consolidations and pullbacks along the way. At the daily time frame, XRP is just moving sideways, and this resistance support area, about 58 cents, is now broken repeatedly, and price is just hovering around it. So actually I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to say that's probably less likely, and let's put a new one in. Probably down here, a little bit higher up, maybe about here, about 60 cents. So if price can comfortably close above 60 cents again and remain above it, next resistance about 0.675, and above that 0.82. I expect support at 55 cents because it's so strong. I expect it's very likely to hold, and we're seeing some bullish long lower wick develop on today's candlestick with a little bit of a push from volume, but volume overall remains really light. There's a little bit of a weak bullish signal from on-balance volume for XRP. This suggests an upward breakout may come in the next day or so. However, the current session is red so far, which would see on-balance volume, when that data point's taken into account, move lower, and it may move back below the yellow line. If that happens at the close of the current session, then this signal that I'm seeing here is negated, and the yellow resistance line would need to be redrawn. Well, I'll leave it as this for now and tentatively say there might be a bullish signal from on-balance volume if it holds at the close of this session. ADX is declining. There's no clear trend for XRP at this time frame. The model of stochastics plus support and resistance isn't really clear for XRP at the moment, and sometimes this is the problem with this model. Stochastics neared oversold, price was close to support. Stochastics moved higher, failed to reach into overbought. Price didn't really get high to resistance, so I'd expect overall an upward swing to see price move higher and stochastics continue higher toward overbought, but it's not moving in a straight line. It's very choppy and overlapping. That's it from me with that quick update for you today, and I'm going to get working on Solana for you next, coming up very soon.